Hello everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. Once again, we are going to fly the Flight Factor A320 from Orlando up to Savannah, Georgia. That's where we're going to be going today. We're going to be checking out this airplane from a cold and dark situation. I'm going to be flying it with a side stick. So that's something new. You know, with a Boeing, you're used to a yoke, and I fly with the Virtual Fly Yoko yoke. But this time, I'm using the Gladiator Pro by VKB Sim for the side stick. Let's head up into the airplane's cockpit and get things underway, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if we look down here on the left, we've got the side stick there, and this is what I'm using right here, the VKB Sim Gladiator Pro, and it's very, very, very smooth. Actually, let's make that guy go away. It's very, very, very smooth. I had the X55 that I was using before, and it had this huge detent in the center. It was like real clunky, and when you're using a fly-by-wire system such as the A320, you want something extremely smooth, and this thing is incredible. All right, back to it, guys. Let's get the airplane powered up. First thing is first, let's go to the overhead panel. We'll go up here, actually, and we're gonna turn on our batteries. So battery 1 and 2 is gonna come on. You hear them come to life there. We want to make sure that the external power is turned on, so we have a ground power unit there. We can click that to on. This is the little tablet we have. We have 2 tablets in this airplane, one on either side, which is a really nice feature. And now we have external power available. We're gonna hit that, and here she comes to life. We are on external power now. We won't start the APU yet. It's doing self-test in progress. You can hear the air conditioning systems coming on, and we are getting underway. So let's go ahead and get the nav lights on. Do nav and logo light because we can. Seatbelt signs, smoking signs are good. I'm just doing some flows. We do have awesome checklists in this airplane. So let me show you a little bit more about how amazing this tablet is. The Flight Factor A320 is about 80 bucks, and it's pretty expensive, but you get a lot of airplane for that price. Chocks can be on right now. Air start, we don't need the air start because we're going to be just using the APU. So here's supply. Then we have our fuel page. We can set all our fuel up. We've got passengers and cargo. And then we have the performance data for our takeoff information. Well, here's our checklists here, so cockpit preparation flows. And this is amazing. We have a built-in web browser. So I've got my MCO, and I've got my Savannah METAR here, and look, it's pretty gusty there in Savannah, but it's really cool. You have internet access right here in the airplane. Settings, you know, if you want to change the panel quality, reflections, rain effects, so on and so forth. RS alignment speed, I keep putting that set to 10. It doesn't listen to me. It does whatever it wants to. States, you can load and save different cockpit states, and then you have your classic map if you want to put your API key in there. I'm not really worried about that today. Biggest thing is starting off small, and we go along here. So let's go ahead and go to the overhead panel again, and we're going to switch these guys. These are our IRSs up here. We're going to switch those to the nav mode. So you're going to see they're starting to align. They're flashing that they're going to start aligning. To do anything else, what we want to do here is go to the init page, and we're going to put in our route today. So we're going to be going from Orlando here, MCO, KMCO, and we'll go slash, and we'll do KSAV for Savannah, Georgia. So throw that in there, and it's going to go to this page. You just hit return. Flight number will be 711. That's us. It's my birthday. Cost index, we're going to do 90 because we don't have to pay for fuel. And there's Align IRS pops up. We're going to hit that, let it do its thing. Cruise flight level and temp. We're going to get that in a second. So let's go back over here to our tablet, and we're going to go to the browser. So simbrief.com is what I use, and it's absolutely free to use. So you just make yourself an account there, and you can do exactly what we're doing here today. So we're going to go to the dispatch page, dispatch system. Looks good, and we're going to go to create a new flight. All right. Airline, we're going to be Delta. We're going to be flight 711. We're departing KMCO. We're going to be going to Savannah. Auto's good. That's good. Airframe's an A320, so we want to let them know that. And over here on the right-hand side, you see OFP layout. We can put this over to Delta, DAL, and we'll have a generated OFP that looks like what Delta would. Units, we want to change that to kilograms because you cannot use pounds in this A320 yet. I hope they change that, but as of right now, that it is what it is. Time en route, 1 hour and 15 minutes. We're departing 36 right. That's going to be incorrect. We're going to be taking off on 35 left, actually. So let's let them know that. Yes, I want 35 left. They're saying we're going to be landing on runway 28, which is correct because it's gusting up there. Pretty good. Taxi out 20. Taxi in is 8. Extra fuel. Well, taxi's going to be changed because we're just going over to 35 left. Passengers auto. All that's good to go. So once we have all this in here, and you can see that's going to be our route for the most part. You can change it. And your route is valid for AirRack 1803. Even though I still haven't figured out how to get my AirRack information. Here's our flight right there. I haven't been able to get my my AirRack to update in this airplane. They don't, because Navigraph hasn't updated it for the Flight Factory A320 yet for whatever reason. So that's good to go. All we gotta do is hit generate OFP, and you hit yes. It's gonna generate it. The briefing package. Usually I have this up on my second monitor, but today we have this on a tablet. It's absolutely amazing. And if I'm live streaming, I could have my Twitch page open here and have the chat in here. How cool is that? Especially for VR. Like, that's incredible. All right, so as we come down here, here's our information. We are Delta Flight 711, A320. MCO to Savannah. Alternate is going to be Atlanta. Cruise altitude of 290. Is our departure time. Air time 44 minutes. Block fuel is there. That's going to be an interesting one. We definitely want to know that. Here's our route, and there is our remarks. We're good. We go down here, and here is our release. And it's just like Delta because they call them ships, you know? So like right here, we come on down. It's ACAR's use is the name of the person who made it. Blah, 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 blah. Here is our information right here that we need. Passengers 133, cargo 0. So on and so forth. So let's go to passengers 133. So we go to service, passengers 133. What we need to do is get this airplane set up for gate configuration. So let's go left front to gate. We'll call them to open the door. Once the door is open, we can put 133 passengers in here. So down here where it's passengers all together, you just do 133 and you can hit set and boom. Look at that. We have a pretty much a full flight today. That looks good. Cargo, we need to open up those cargo, those bellies in the front and the rear. And we have no cargo today, so we're not going to be using any cargo. We can actually slide this slider, which is a very nice feature, all the way down to 0. Although I do like to have some ballast in the front, so let's put about 262 kilograms in there. That's fine with me. And we hit set there. And yes, if you go outside, it does show the little belt loaders, which is really cool. And you can see the doors open there for the gate configuration. And we should have World Traffic 3 in the background bustling and doing their stuff today. Yep, there's a Southwest flight over there. I don't know why Southwest is parking here. They shouldn't be. Sometimes World Traffic 3 gets confused and it goes, oh, you want me to park where I'm not supposed to? And you go, yeah, no, that's fine. All right, that looks good. They are doing that. So they are done taking out all that information, all the cargo. So we can close those doors up. And we're on the door page there, so we can see the forward door just closed, and we have the cabin door open as of right now. So back to the fuel. Fuel is going to be an interesting one. We want to go back to our browser. Here's our information. Block fuel is what we want. 6,782 kilograms. So 6,782. We're going to go here. We're going to call the fuel truck up. Wait for him to drive up here. And we'll go to 6782. You can actually highlight that and go 6782 and hit set. There we go. We have enough fuel for our trip. And yes, the if we look out the right side, actually the right side here, you see there's the fuel truck loading up everything. I have pre-programmed wing views, and the cabin is modeled, as you can see. No, you cannot visit the lavatories. Sadly, they did not do that, but this is modeled, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Back up to the front. Back up to the front. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. Flight level, right? Was two, what was it? I forget what it is already. Son of a bitch. It doesn't take long for me to forget that. Okay, there it goes. It's moving around now. 290. That's what it is. All right, sweet. So we have that information. 290 for our cruise. So let's go 290. It automatically does calculate the temperature for you. So that's really nice. We go to the next page. And 0 fuel weight. Here we can hit weight request. Since we just loaded all that stuff on there, we can hit this. It's going to give it to us just like that. So we don't have to get the ZFW ourselves. They already have that. Wait for boarding. That's good to go. All right, fantastic. I think we are ready for the performance page. Which here, I don't know what THS is. I forget. Remember, I am still brand new at this airplane. It's like the 3rd flight I've done this thing. We're going to do flaps 1 for departure. So we just throw that in there. Flex, we're going to do flex 45 degrees for flex temp. That looks good. VR speed, it's going to be 131. V2, it's going to be 135. They don't give you a real easy way to calculate V1. Even if we go to the perf data page, I don't see that information right here. There's our ZFW. Yeah, I see a trim position. I see a CG, but it doesn't really calculate your V speed. I really wish it did. You probably need a chart or something like that. So we're just going to put 130 for a V speed since it's right before rotation. There we go, 130. That looks good. Runway is going to be 35 left. Not allowed. Okay. Maybe that doesn't need that. Transition altitude, that's an important one. 18,000 feet. Bam. Let's double check the next page. Not allowed. Okay. Okay. Everybody's okay. Takeoff information is good to go. Let's go back over here to our checklist. And cockpit preparation flows. We've already done all this stuff. That's good to go. Overhead, battery, external power is good. Engine packs, all that stuff they're all on automatically. Pedestal, parking brake, flaps, verified, set to 0. Everything's good to go there. We did do that. Parking brake was even set. FMGS setup, that's the McDo. ATIS, that's good to go. Transponder code, don't worry about it. McDo, we're setting it up right now. QNH, that is an important one. We need to know what that is. MCO is showing altimeter 2981. So let's put that in here, 2981. There we go, 2981. And I know I'm already getting people going, wow, it takes this long to set up an airplane. It really does. We're doing it cold and dark because, it's not a turnaround state, so it takes a little bit longer than you would think it would. So that's good. Back to our checklist. ND mode range, we can do that in a second when we start doing our stepping. VR is all good. Speed managed. Yep, all that's good as required. And that's what these little dots are. They're managed modes. Heading to be managed mode eventually. When you see the dots, it means the airplane's going to be taking care of it. If you pull it out the knob, then you can take control of the airplane. The A320 is all about automated systems and for safety reasons too. Okay, that's good to go. IRSs are aligned. We did see that. FD cycle off then on. Off then on. There it is. We just did it. That looks good. Landing system is off, which would show our ILS information. FCU, verify correct and complete. Okay, so we are ready for before it start, but we're gonna get our route in here. That's what we need to do. So flight plan. This looks very intimidating, but don't worry, it is A-OK-O. Remember, we're doing the McCoy 2 departure, but I think we only have McCoy 1 in here, so we're gonna click on this guy, go to departure, and we are taking off on runway 35. One thing to get used to in this McDo is up is down and down is up. Just think of it that way. Think of the way you want the page to scroll, or the information to scroll. That makes more sense, I guess. All right, 35 left. That's what we want. And there's the McCoy 1. That's what we're doing. No transition. That looks good to me. Now what you can do is hit temporary flight plan. That looks good. And make sure it's all there. All right, fantastic. And it goes to manual from there, and that's where we're going to start putting our flight plan in from there. So let's go ahead and start doing that. We're doing browser. Back to our sim brief information here. There it is. McCoy 2, we're doing guano intersection on a departure, so it's going to go to guano, like bat guano. So let's put guano in. G-U-A-N-O. So guano is going to go where manual goes. Boom. Yep, we want that one. We don't want the one 9,000 nautical miles away. And we're starting to put it out here now. There it goes. So we got guano. and then direct to CRG. So we go to CRG next. And that's going to go where the disco is right there. So CRG, that is a VR. Okay, so go on out to CRG. And then we go direct to VIAP. VIAP, I think is what you want to call it. I don't think it's in here already. Nope. So VIAP. VIYAP. Put that right there. And then we go direct to Savannah from there. And so it goes direct and we're fine. So let's go ahead and hit, to clear a disco, you just hit clear and then hit that guy. And he should be good to go. We'll be at our top. It's calculating everything. Look how amazing this thing is. We can hit temporary insert. And we can start to step through this actually if we go to the plan mode here. There we go. Step it out a little bit. It's on CRG right now, but let's go back up. Back to where we started. Oh, we have something going on here. Somebody is not happy about something. I don't know what it is. Let's go back. Okay, so there's our departure on 35 left. That looks good. And then we go to direct to Guano intersection. CRG. Like that. Oh, it goes to manual. That's what it is. Okay, so after VIAP, it goes to manual. So that's what we want to do is we want to go to... We want manual to be cleared. So let's clear manual here. Clear manual. Click that right there. There we go. And insert that guy. Is that better? Yeah, that seemed like it fixed the issue. So now we go up. And then we are going direct to Savannah, which we're going to be expecting ILS runway, I believe it's 28. So we're going to be landing to the west. So we'll just get, we'll get vectored around there for that. And we'll do what we need to. When we do that, we can click on Savannah here and do arrival. So we're going to be doing the ILS 28 arrival. Let's go down. Where is it at? RNAV 28. We got 28 for visual. Okay. Well, we'll do RNAV 28. I don't know Y and Z, but we'll do Y. I don't know. That'll work right there. Temporary flight planet. And we will insert him. Boom. So it shows it right there. Oh, okay. I don't know what that did, but let's back it up a second here. So after VIAP, we have over to the right. Hangy's gonna be where we go afterwards. Okay, so we can actually do that later on. So let's go ahead and that's the hold information. So we have the disco right there. That's all that is. We just need to clear the disco, let it recalculate, and it looks good from there. So let's go ahead and step that guy back. Yeah, we just go out there and make the left turn to the runway. Looking good right there. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go all the way up. Back where we were in the beginning. Let's go to our performance. And then over here on this right side one, we can hit our flight plan on there, so we have it over there. That works for me. Let's go ahead and get the cabin door closed. We don't need that open anymore. Service cabin doors for passenger. They're going to close that guy up. All right, let's get before start checks. Let's double check everything on the McDo one more time. We're good on that information. I think we're A-okay. MCP panels next. Let's just go ahead and climb and maintain 15,000 on departure so we don't have to mess with it. Or we could just go all the way up to 290, honestly, so we don't have to forget about it. I am a one-man crew, by the way, so that makes sense, right? We would want to help ourselves out here, so let's do that exact thing. 290, and we have the little dot, so we are in managed mode, and it's good to go. This guy go back to ARC. 20 miles is fine. 2981 is set. All right, MCP is good to go. I think we're ready to call up our pushback. So let's start planning our pushback procedure out. So we want to go to 35 left, which is right back there, which would be easy enough. So we're just going to push out to our tail to the right is what we're going to do. I think that'd be for the best. So we go to plugins. I use better pushback, and we're going to pre-plan the pushback. And you're greeted with this screen, which is quite strange, I know. And we can have them go like this. Be like, here you go. You can start to turn it with the mouse wheel here like this. So this makes it a little easier. to have multiple points. That looks good. And then we can have our final one back here on the taxiway we need it to be. Right there. That looks good. Once you're done with that, you hit enter.
Round to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
You got it. We're going to call them through the menu. We're going to go plugins, better pushback, start pushback. Might take a second here for him to do that. Don't worry, your sim's not crashing or anything.
Round to cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right, so tow is driving up. We're good on all of that information. Supply is good. Let's get this APU on. So let's go master switch. We're gonna wait about 3 seconds here. 1, 2, 3. Let's start it up. I should have started that while we were blabbing. So no one's had any AC back there for some odd reason. Sorry about that. They'll be ready to go here in a second. Once we do that, we're gonna move the ground power over to the APU. Because they're going to tell us, hey, we want you to remove your parking brake, buddy. But it takes them a while to hook it up, so it works out. You see, here they are down here. Oh, we have the fuel truck out here, too. All right, fuel truck, you need to go bye-bye.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
All right, go ahead and connect. There they are doing that. That's good to go. All right. And once we remove our parking brake, that's whenever they're going to move the gate away. So APU is on bus, it looks like, to me. 1 and 2 fault. What's going on? ECAM warnings. I don't know what happened. Something got broken. This got all taken out of managed mode. Please tell me we didn't lose everything. GPS primary lost. Really, the APU screwed us?
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Hold on a second down there. We're trying to figure out what happened here. A call out memo. Oh my God. Yeah, we should have never done it that way. I normally start the APU first, so I think we screwed ourselves. It's figuring it out. There we go. It's like, we lost the GPS primary. We're going to try to get it back. We lost the alignment of our IRS. Well, that really sucks, doesn't it? Nope, it came back. It came back. Okay. Wow. I was like, good to know. All right, so that was good to go. All we got to do now is make sure all that's set. Yep. So we can remove that power cart, which we just did. I think we're ready to push back. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go park and brake off. There goes the gate.
Starting pushback.
And they're going to start engine. And we're clear to start the engines. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and turn our beacon on. And they're pushing us out. Check it out. Here we go. Let's make sure that door is closed. Did we close that door on the passenger side? Yes, we did. Got to make sure. Got to make sure. There we go. So much to stay ahead of whenever you're the only pilot. And they're going to push us to the right, hopefully. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2. So we want to go to the right side for the crank, for our ignition. And we're going to wait a few seconds before we start doing it. There they go with the push. There's somebody taxiing in. Looks like a Frontier flight. All right, let's go ahead and start engine number 2. We'll even do the side view here. That didn't sound good. No, it's starting up. Low air pressure. Oh, the APU bleed wasn't on. Son of a bitch. That'll definitely do it. I think we have to recycle it now. I believe so. Let's try it again. There we go. It's starting up now, and Southwest just landed. We're all full of fail today, aren't we? That's all right. That's what happens when you're brand new to an airplane and you're getting used to everything. Because the Airbus systems are nothing like the Boeings. Nice push, man. I love that better pushback plugin. It's fantastic. He's going to push it back a little bit further and make it just right. Here we go. Got a good engine start over there on the right.
Operation complete.
Okay.
That's parking brake.
Parking brake is set. You're clear to disconnect the tow bar down there.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right. Checklist. So that's what I should have done. I got sidetracked when all that shit happened when we were messing with the APU. We have to go back. I didn't come back to the checklist. APU bleed would have gotten us there. All right, doors are beacon on. We got all that. Okay, so push back and engine start. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Disconnecting hand signals. They're good to get on out of here. These guys are. And we have our side view here of us firing up. There's Southwest waiting for a gate, it looks like. Is that the one that just landed? Quite possibly. I just love the sound set in this airplane. Although
tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
all right, we'll be looking for the pin. Thank you for your service, and we'll see you next time. Sounds like the engine is pretty much online. There goes the tow cart. Thank you, buddy. Okay, we have 2 good engine starts. After, okay, engine start, we did all that. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, we just did all that stuff. All right, after start checklist. Overhead panel, engine in a wing anti-ice is as required. APU bleed can come off and the APU master can come off. So now we can turn off that APU bleed. And we can turn off the master switch since we are on the gens for the engines. Pedestal pitch trim needs to be set. Remember what it said on the perf data right here. Trim position down 0.4. So if we go to flight controls, right here in the middle, we have pitch trim. We went down 0.4, so let's go down 0.4. There's 0.4 down. That looks good to me. All right, I'd say that's set. Back to checklist. Engine mode selector as required. Spoilers, we got to arm those. That looks good. Flaps, we want to set that to 1, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll do it from the nice side view here. There they are. As they come down. And flight controls, what you would see if you were just pushed back in this, if you look here, we've got the side stick, we would go left. That opens it all the way up. So let's show you what we're showing here in the front. On the flight controls, we got left, we've got right, got forward, and back. Looking great. World Traffic 3 is going to taxi this 737 probably right into us here, I would imagine. That's fine. Flight controls are free and correct. We got to do our, yep, we'll check our rudder pedals. That's working just fine. All right, those are good. Flaps are set. 1, ECAM door page. We go to check the doors one more time. They are green. Good to go. ECAM status check. Hand signals are received. We're ready to taxi, everybody. Let's do it. Let's get the hell on out of here. Nope, Southwest is going that way. Even better. Let's go to taxi mode on that guy. And all we gotta do is just release the parking brake. Like that. And we are taxiing. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. I know it seems like a lot, but it usually isn't that bad. All right, I think they're going down there to go take off on 35 left. It's a short taxi for us, so it won't be too bad. We have flaps 1. TCAS is in standby mode. We are going to turn TCAS on to RA, so let's go ahead and do that now. TARA. We have traffic avoidance. I don't know if World Traffic 3, if they're going to show up on that or not. We'll find out. We shall find out that. And you'll see the wings flex up and down. It's such an amazing airplane. It really is. JetBlue. He's going pretty quick. Going faster than Southwest. That's weird. All right, we're still taxiing down to runway 35 left. I think that Southwest is going over to 35 right, which is fine. We are taxiing down behind this guy, JetBlue. So, taxi, clearance is good, parking brake was released, started brakes, we want to set those to max. That looks good. Takeoff config, we're going to press that guy, so let's go ahead and hit takeoff config, this button right there. It's going to do a little check here, make sure that everything checks out okay, which it looks like it did. Takeoff config is normal, taxi lights are on. Before takeoff, all right, TCAS is set. Engine mode selector is set. Brake temp on the ECAM, I'm going to check that at 180, they say. Hold on a second. Brake. Not sure where that would be under. That's one thing. That's one part of the Airbus system. I'm not sure where the brake temps are. It's got to be around here somewhere. Press door wheel. That would make more sense. There's the wheels there. And temps are 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, well there you go. Auto brakes is set to max. Wow, this thing is taxiing pretty good here. All right. What is that? Sliding tables are stowed. ATC, we're good. We'll get that in a second. Exterior lights, we'll get that when we need to. And then we are ready for our after takeoff checklist after that. It's going to be that quick. That's simple, folks. What we got here? Takeoff page is good. V1's 130, 131, 135 for V2. Now we just continue on taxiing down to 35 left. Looks like JetBlue is cleared for takeoff. He is lined up. He's gonna be blasting on out of here, so we're gonna be ready for our departure as well. I love this wing view. It looks so good. It looks really good. There he goes. Can even hear him. So we're gonna be on a lineup and wait here deal. Let's check the flight line, make sure it looks clear, and it does. All right, so let's go ahead and go lane lights to on. Take off for you. Strobes. Turn this way. We're gonna line up and wait on the runway. All the way over this way. There he goes on his departure. All right, folks, we are ready for takeoff. And the A320 does have the double strobe, see? Pretty cool. And we have XRAS as well. You'll hear her say, approaching, blah, 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 blah. If it's working. Don't look like it's working. Oh, somebody just insta-popped on the runway. That's
approaching,
good.
3, 5,
there it goes.
left.
There it is. I use a plugin called XP Realistic Pro. This one right there. That's how I get all the head shakes and the landing effects and stuff like that. It's really cool. Okay, lining up on 35 left, and she'll tell us when we're on runway 35 left, which for some reason we had a 737 pop out of nowhere.
On runway 35 left.
Yep, we're doing a lineup and wait here, so lined up good. Let them know we're getting ready to take off. Strobes are on. Runway turn off, so we can do the wing lights on as well. As soon as he's clear, it looks like he's pretty much clear there. All right, we are clear for takeoff, so let's go ahead and get lined up. And what we do is we advance our throttle so it's flex 45, and now we have our side stick ready to go. So there's that. Forward on the throttle, so we get flex 45. First detent, second ones we want. There's manual flex 45. Airspeed's alive. And with a fly-by-wire system, it's all about a very, very easy, steady hand for your rotation. V1, rotate. There we go, positive rate, gear up. I'm gonna hand fly this for right now. So we have the flight directors. Check it out on our departure.
too low. Terrain.
Yeah, too low terrain. Looking okay. We start bringing our flaps in. Slowing down the airplane. There's the flaps coming in. Very nice. And we can go to autopilot. That is set. We want to set our lever to climb, so we want to go back, forward. Nope, that's toga. Back to climb. There we go. Climb thrust is set. After takeoff checklist. Spoilers. We can disarm those guys. Although I always leave it up here because that plug-in always makes the sound and I don't want to hear it. Engine mode selector as required. We can go ahead and just put that sucker to normal. Taxi light can come off. Looks good. We are climbing through 3,900. Engine E-wing anti-ice, not worried about it. Packs 1 and 2 is on. After takeoff checklist is complete. Next is their 10,000 foot checks. Well, let's go check out the airplane on its departure out of Orlando. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. And now we can do our 10,000 foot checks. Exterior lights are off. Seatbelt sign is on. Pressurization is good. Climbing through 10,700 feet on our way up to flight level 290. And if we zoom out here, we can see Guano is right off our nose. So far, so good. 12,300 feet, still climbing towards Guano. And I'm sure I'm going to get asked this question. I am using Ultimate Weather XP 2.2 is the version I'm using for all my cloud textures and sky textures. I also have Ortho 4 XP. That's what that satellite imagery on the ground was that you saw. I still have some more tiles I need to work on in northern Florida. So we're going to be crossing the threshold of where I have that scenery and where I don't have it. All right, looking good. 13,500 feet. And we can even go to our little browser here and check the weather. In Savannah, we can even update it by refreshing it. And it looks like it's going to stay the same. Winds are 30019er, gusting to 26. So the winds kind of shifted a little bit there. Not too much though. A little gusty. Just a little tad gusty here. You can see an airplane jostling around as we continue our climb out of Orlando. We are above 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and go 2992 on our QNH panel. That looks good. And we can hit in, set it. There we go. And have a look here. What we got on our checklists here. Anything after 10,000 feet? Pre-descent. Nope, we're good. So just 18,000 feet there. Landing lights are out, stowed away. Everything else looks pretty good. We are 19,700 feet. We just passed Guano behind us there, and now we are headed to, that's the top of our top of climb, TOC, and then there is CRG. We zoom even further out, you see there our top of descent is right after CRG, so it's all planned out. Looks like it's pretty good. Winds are pretty calm up here at winds aloft around 20,000 feet. It's out in the north, but it's only at 5 to 10 knots, the max I've seen it. So not too terrible at all. Let's go back to our engine page on this guy and double check everything. GPS primaries, clear that. Let's go back to our flight plan pages over there. Past Guano, top of climb. All right, everybody is looking good. If we go to our performance page, we can activate approach phase this way, which we don't want to do yet. We do not want to do that yet, so we're good for now. Climbing at 21,200 feet. Just about at our top of climb here, and you'll notice like right after is our top of descent, so we're not going to be cruising very long. In fact, I don't think I'm going to be taking off the fasten seatbelt signs because we're getting some good fluctuations due to turbulence here at this flight level, so I think we're just going to leave the passenger or leave that on. If they need to use the lavatory, they can. That's just to let them know that we are at our cruise altitude. And not too much longer. Like I said, we cross over Charlie Romeo Golf, and we continue just a little bit past that, and that's our top of descent. So once we get over Charlie Romeo Golf, we're going to change our altitude. We're going to start the approach phase. Enter destination data. We probably need to do that. Data. Nope. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. Is it on the second page? It's probably on the arrival page of this. Nope, not that. Let me figure that out, and I'll get back to you. All right, they want some destination data, so let's give it to them before we start our way down. We've got in Savannah, altimeter is 2971, so 2971. We'll put that in here, 29-71 or .71. There we go. Temperature is looks like 18, so we'll put 18 in there. Bam, just like that. Decelerate. Yes, we need to. Let's start our way down. Let's go ahead and start this guy down. We'll actually get him moving down now. We want to descend and maintain 10,000 to start with. There we go. That is in there. We are on our way down. Fantastic. Zoom out a little bit more. And there's VAP up there. So full is what we're going to be doing. Not allowed. Okay. Still learning. I don't know what that means. Check OFE. Magnetic wind direction. Oh yeah, winds. Arrival data is 30019. So we'll do 30019. 300 at 19er. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. I think that's all the information that they really wanted, and we can do activate approach phase. Confirm. So now the airplane's in descent mode. It's gonna start slowing down. It's probably gonna need some drag. So let's go ahead and just throw the speed brakes out there to help out with that. We're not too much further out from the airport, honestly. Like after VAP, there's our little spot there. That's the runway right out there, so not too much further to go. Our descent into Savannah has begun. We're gonna let them know they need to get back to their seats just in case. Checklist time. We've got pre-descent, ATIS, good to go. McDo is set. Flight plan, perf, nav, rad set. Nav accuracy is good. Auto brakes, we're going to set those to medium. That looks good. Seatbelt sign is on. Anti-ice is required. And approach checklist. Sliding tables, which are these little guys here. If we wanted that, we could have them out. We're going to stow those. Those are stowed. Exterior lights, we'll get them when we need to. Verify the seatbelts are good. LS, we're gonna turn that on. Well, if we were shooting an ILS, it doesn't really matter, but they want it on anyway, so let's do LS. There we go. Getting some chunks happening here. It's loading in some information. Pressurization's good to go. And ECAM status. Check that. Looks good to me. All the pages are in the green. That's what we like to see. Rolling off over VAP here. 19,500 feet. Check QFE, OFE. I don't know what that is. Or QFE. Yeah, sorry about you. I really don't know what that means. Enter destination data. I've done that. But I don't know what the QFE is. Maybe landing configuration is what they're talking about. Because I want that to be full. I don't know where we put that at, though. V approach is 134. It's not under performance or anything. Nope, nope, not any of that. Really don't know. Unless it's the next, next page. Next phase. That's our go-around information there. Threshold reduction, engine out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what QFE is. I thought we were good to go there. Oh, there's 18,000 feet. Our local altimeter setting, remember, 2971. So let's go ahead and go to 2971. Right there, and boom. Set. 2971 is set. 17,300 feet. Still a little ways out. We're getting there. That's our next decel zone is right there. As we can see here, we got a VAP Ducan.
Altimeter setting.
We did it. Altimeter setting's good. 2971. What are you talking about, lady? I don't know what VDEV is. It only came on when I turned the LS on. Oh well. We're just following the checklist. Just following our checklists. Yep, it's all good to go. Next, after that, guy, is going to be the landing checklist, which we're not ready for. We're waiting for 10,000 feet, so we turn our landing lights and get everything set for landing in Savannah. Still shouting check QFE at me. I really don't know what that means, so sorry about you. Let's see here, 15,000 feet. We're still descending. Looks like Ducan is at 2,000 feet, so let's go ahead and set this guy to 2,000 feet now, so it'll continue to descend. I always just push it in just to make sure it's good to go. 14,900 feet. We're in the soup again. Yeah, I don't know what QFE is. We'll learn it one day. We will, we will. You know what we can do? We can go to our browser. We can go to Google. And we can go google.com. And we can go Airbus A320 QFE. Let's see what that is. Not simulated. McDo left side. QFE info. Option to have a QFE on my list. Oh, it's this something. Yeah, QFE right there. Oh, it's QNH. 2971. Okay, I think that's what the issue was. Now we know. Thank you, Google. See, it's nice to have a browser in your airplane, isn't it? Yes, it is. We'll close that guy out. Back to our information here in Savannah, Georgia. And we are really close here. Not too much further to go. There's the Savannah VOR. And we are going to go out here to Ducan. We're direct to Ducan now, and we're going to be on the left base for runway 28. So we're going to let the airplane kind of handle that portion. Like I said, the A320 is all about its automation, so that's what we are going to do. We will be doing a manual landing today. It looks like it's going to be pretty clear underneath there. When we looked at the METAR earlier, we could see that we had a few clouds at 3,400. We're going to be descending now to 2,000 when we hit Ducan, so that's okay. Scattered 4,900, broken at 6,000. And that looks good. No problemo. All those clouds. Yep, going through the soup. Here we go. Not much longer here on our descent phase. Getting into Savannah. Coming up on 10,000 feet shortly. And now I'm going to make sure the seatbelt signs are completely on at 10,000 feet here. Auto brakes are set to medium. Can't think of anything else really on the checklist page. Taxi light will be set to take off. That's for our landing stuff. So there we are, 10,000 feet. Landing lights come on. That looks good. And seatbelt. Let people know we're at 10,000 feet. We are going to be landing shortly here in Savannah. right, 9,000 feet. I don't think we need our speed brakes anymore. We hit the little green guy at 200 feet, or at 200 knots. So, yep, I know. We're gonna go ahead and arm those guys, and we can go flaps 1, honestly. So let's go to flaps 1, and now we're going to get to the S. We start the rest of it. We're going to flaps 1 here for now. Or are they not coming out? Oh, the slats are, I see. The flaps aren't. They probably won't. Flaps won't until we're at a certain speed limit, right? 1 is 230 knots. Oh, no, we're fine. Oh, 1 plus flap. I see. 1 plus flap. No, that's 2. There we go. 1 plus flap. I don't know why it wasn't doing it. There they go. They're coming down now. There we go. Beautiful. Gonna be a quick arrival here into Savannah. I don't see the airport yet. It looks like a pretty close bunched up approach, but we'll see how this turns out. I'm trusting the airplane here. I am trusting it. Once we hit Dukan, we'll go down. We'll throw the gear down, and we'll start the landing phase of the flight. What we got left on the board here? We've got Viap, Dukan, and Osane, and then the runway. That's all that is left. And it's going to be pretty quick. Not going to take very long for that to happen. I thought we would have the airport in sight, but we're still dealing with some clouds, and that is fine. No big deal at all. Refreshing our weather, see if it changed at all. Oh, it's just gonna refresh Google, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's just try go. Let's do it again here. Let's do the KSAV METAR. Click on it and get updated information here. Winds are 30026, gust 34 now. Gee, it's going to be a gusty landing here. Broken 4,600, 2975. So that's changed a little bit. So 2975 now. Let's go ahead and set that guy. 2975. You don't press in. That's how you change to that QFE. Now we know. Oh man, this is gonna be a gusty landing. We should have the airport at our 10 o'clock, right over there. And we'll wait and see. Visibility isn't the greatest. It's 10 statute miles, but we'll see if it gets any better. I'm certain it will. Certain. All right, we're coming up on Dukan here, so let's go ahead and go our second setting of flap. There it is, and gear can come down as well. We'll be starting our turn very shortly here. You can see we're over Savannah. And we're gonna be making that left-hand turn and be set up for our final approach. So the airplane is starting to slow down to the 140. Right there where the F is. And landing checks. Landing checks. Taxi light will be set to take off. Let's go ahead and do it now. There it is. Missed approach procedure is going to be, altitude's going to be 3,000, or we'll just keep it at 2,000 for now. Spoilers are armed. Landing memo, no blue. Perfecto. Here comes the turn. We should have the airport in sight shortly here too. Still don't see that sucker. Pretty soupy down here, so let's see. There's our turn there. And flaps 3. Nice view of the turn here. Love the texture work on these wings. It looks really, really, really good. It really does. Beautiful. All right, we need to start looking for this runway. Okay, so Asane says we need to be down at 1,800 feet, so let's go ahead and go down at 1,800 feet. We're almost there. We should have the airport in sight soon. I got the airport right there. And we are red over white. We're all right. We're doing a visual approach to the runway. And flaps 4. Flaps full. Auto throttle off. Autopilot off. I have control of the airplane. Master cutout. Good. Slowing this sucker down. So now we follow the lights in. So we're a little high on our approach. That's all right. We're going to get down. No big deal at all. We got plenty of time to get down here. Flaps are full. Landing lights are on. Auto brake medium is good. Slow down just a little bit more here. Flat approach. And it's all fine, small movements with fly-by-wire and the joystick, as you can see here. You don't want to do anything too crazy here, too drastic. I had a feeling this was going to be a pretty quick approach into the runway. We are on the glide slope, red over white, looking good. Just keeping an eye on our... We want to maintain that magenta line there is what we want, or the magenta triangle for our speed.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Look at the wind. We got a little bit of a tailwind now. That's good. Add that power. You definitely don't want to be slow on a gusty day.
2-8.
Runway 28. Landing. A little bit more power than that. So following the VASI lights here.
500.
Still looking good. Yeah, that's some gusty winds, man. It's knocking us around. The winds have just been changing quite a bit. 400 feet. Looking good.
300.
Yep, a little more left here. That's that crosswind that's moving around here. The winds are nothing what the METAR showed.
200.
Nothing what the METAR showed.
100.
Yep. 100. There.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
We are down, ladies and gentlemen. Fly the nose wheel down. There we go. Reversers are out. Use our crosswind correction here too. 60 knots. Clear it. Woo-wee. And we're gonna make this turn no problem. What I love is you can hit the, you can tap the toe brakes there, and you will turn off the auto brakes, which is really cool. Make our first turn here. Brakes are hot, we know. Gotta be careful. All right, let's go ahead and bring those guys in. That looks good, and we will go ahead and bring our flaps in all the way. So flaps are coming in. Let's go ahead and go master switch on the APU. So after landing, checklist. Spoilers retracted. Engine mode selector is on normal. Flaps retracted. Transponder can go to standby. Brake temps. Exterior lights. We'll get those now. APU are starting, so let's go ahead and go. Landing lights can come off. There we go, and that goes to taxi mode right there. And we can kill the strobe lights. Don't need the strobes on anymore. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Savannah, Georgia. Here we are. Quick little taxi in here. And let's check out the landing. Keep in mind that there is no sound, unfortunately. They don't have the F-mod sound finished on this airplane yet. So there won't be any sounds on the replay, but we'll still get to see what happened. All right, we're looking for our gate. I think we're going to go to this one right here, actually. So let's go ahead and park this bad boy. Turn our taxi light off. And bring it into the gate. All right, we're gonna stop short right there. Parking brake set. That looks good. And APU is on. Everything looks good. APU bleed. Turn that on so we have packs here on the ground. And let's go ahead and kill the engines. Engine 1 and 2 is off. Beacon come on off. And seatbelts. There we go. People can get off the airplane. Okay, so that did not, the APU did not come on when we needed it to. Because we never started it. We turned the master switch on. We never started the APU. That's good. Well, let's go ahead and have them hook up the external power. We made a boo-boo there. Oopsie. Oh, my Lord. What in the hell? Yep, turn that on. There we go. All right, that was our fault. Anywho, guys, we made it to Savannah in one piece. I will see you next time for another episode of X-Plane 11. Take care.